me again, Marno Boshoff from King Price Insurance, sharing on this podcast about organizational culture and just trying to share some of the things that we've learned at King Price. At King Price, we've been exceptionally intentional about building culture, and since day one, we decided that culture will be our strategy. It's not strategy. Culture will not eat strategy, and culture will not only enable, it will enable as well, but it will actually become our strategy, building great teams, building a strong organization and company. And once we have that, we know it will cause great productivity within our staff and great customer experience. So we've always believed that employee experience drives customer experience. Today, I want to share with you an example we sometimes use out of a very well-known story of the British rowing team. You might have heard the story. There was a book written about it. It's called What Will It Make Your Boat Go Faster? And it was about this British rowing team that in 1998, they ended 7th in the world champs. But there were two brothers in this team. It was those teams of 7 people in the boat. And 2 of them have already done 2 Olympics. They've won bronze and silver. And they knew they had 1 more Olympics to come. But in the 98 world champs, they ended 7th, and they had 2 years left to try and get to the best in the world to win gold at Olympics. So what they did is they got together as a team and they said, guys, what are we going to do to move from 7th in the world to 1st within 2 years? And so what they did is, after a big strategy planning session, they came up with one question. And they decided, okay, for the rest of the next 2 years, moving up to the Olympics and building up to the Olympics, they are going to filter every single thing they do through one question. And that question is going to be, will it make the boat go faster? So every single thing they did, they decided to ask the question. When it's looking at a plate of food, they would look at everything on that plate and say, what will make my boat go faster on this plate? Or will it make the boat go slower? Now, we've elaborated a little bit on those questions. And when working with culture, we sometimes use this analogy. We say, what in our culture will make our boat go faster? What in our culture will make our boat go slower? And then a third question, also very important, because sometimes it's not just about faster and slower. It's sometimes about longevity. So it's always what will keep our boat going. So it's just a different framework or a different mindset, different perspective to put on and to look at your boat, your company. So ask yourself, when you look at your own culture, what are the elements, what are the things right now within your culture that's busy making your boat go slower? What are the elements in your culture that you think you could apply that will make your boat go faster? And what are the things that you need to do to keep your boat going for 10 years, 50 years, 100 years, whatever that time frame is that you have in mind? Did you want it to become a multi-generational business, something that will outlive and outlast the current CEO or the current family or whatever it is? Because very often we can actually leave such a legacy, we can leave such a richness if we start thinking a real long term. So what will keep your boat going? So those are 3 critical questions. And actually, when you take those questions and apply them within a team, ask a team to discuss it. Ask a team to say, listen, today we're going to do these 3 things. Get the input from everybody. Get from all your team members. Get different inputs. What do they think will make their boat go faster, slower, keep going, and those influences? Very often you will find it's not the fastest rower that makes the boat go faster. It's about the rhythm within the team. It's that whole team needs to move in a rhythm. It's not that, okay, if everybody just rows faster, we will go faster. No, it's how do you synchronize your team? How do you get the team to work together, to flow together, to move through the resistance together? So get your team to function together in a great orchestrated way, and your boat will get to the end destination as fast as possible, keep it afloat, and keep it going. So I want to share that thought and leave you with that thought today about the boat, a great analogy to use when you build speed in your teams. I'm Marno Boshoff for your Culture Minute from King Price Insurance.